Hello, Facebook Live. It's day 6 of the 30-day life challenge, and I admit coming live today is quite challenging. My fever has been getting worse. If you've been on here the last days, you know I've been down with a fever since several days, and since yesterday it's been pretty much constantly high. And so it took me some personal power today to come on live here and not just stay in my comatose state. But hey, I did it, and I'm very happy about that. And so I'm going to do my best to deliver you a nice piece of the puzzle today. And because it is currently a bit challenging for me, that brought up the perfect topic to talk about today, which is the duality of the reality we live in. A beautiful topic to talk about because as human beings, we are dual in our nature, and we experience it everywhere in our world, in our reality. We see the duality of things everywhere. Everything has an opposite. Night and day, light and darkness, good and evil, man and woman. There's an opposite to everything. And so we tend to judge that we can only be one or the other. But the truth of our nature, the truth of nature of our reality is that we have been created to embody both. As humans, we are supposed to be the bridge between the opposites. We are created to be able to be both things so that we can build the bridge between the material and the spiritual, between the human and the divine. And in that, it is essential that we learn to embrace and embody our duality on a deeper level. What does that mean? I want to give you a very simple example, a very everyday example. Like I said, I've been having quite the fever since a few days, but especially since yesterday, it's been constantly rather high. And with the fever, as most of you probably know, that comes quite some physical pain also. And so today, I was looking outside. I was sitting in the sun for a few minutes on the balcony, and I was looking at the beautiful, beautiful colors changing right now because fall is falling over the land. The leaves are changing. The trees are changing. It's stunning right now. It's so beautiful. And in that moment, as I was watching, I felt so much pain in my body. I could feel how my body was hurting, how the fever and the inflammation were having its effect. And at the same time, I was so touched by the beauty I got to see and by the magic I got to see. And I felt so much gratitude and love in that moment. So I was feeling the experience of pain and gratitude at the same time. Pain and love at the same time. And that is exactly what embodying our duality is about. Learning to not believe we have to be one or the other. Learning to not say we have to feel one or the other, but embracing our ability to be both and to feel both, to have it all, to feel it all, and to be it all within the moment. Have you ever had a day where you're just really sad, but it's that beautiful kind of sadness? It's that melancholy. It's hard to say, but it's like this beautiful kind of sadness where you're feeling like inspired by your own sadness. I've had those a lot in my life when I was sad, especially as a teenager. And I created some of my most beautiful art when I was really sad. Like a lot of artists actually do. Because sadness is the opposite of love. Grief is the opposite of love. And so we can hold both. We have to learn to hold both. That's the idea of living in this three-dimensional reality so that we can learn to hold both. And the way we start doing that is by learning not to judge ourselves for feeling both. Because what we do is we tend to believe I can only be one or the other. I can only feel one or the other. So I cannot feel pain and gratitude at the same time. So we choose, because we judge unconsciously that we can't have it both. So we choose in our minds. We feel pain and we feel gratitude, and then our subconscious mind says, that's not possible. You're supposed to feel one or the other. And then one of them is shut down. And usually then the one that's stronger stays. And so we are limiting our own experience of life and our own ability to expand our capacity of letting life in. Because the truth is, all the things we can feel, all the things we can be, all the things that we allow within our spectrum of existence, our life force energy, it's our own energy, it's our own essence. So if we tell ourselves, I can only be one or the other, we are shutting a part of our essence down. I can only feel one or the other, I'm shutting a part of my essence down. And so when we learn to hold both and to not judge the idea that we can feel and have and experience both at the same time, what happens is that we become more expansive, we become bigger because we bring parts of our essence home. We start taking up more space, our energy expands, and we become more capable of experiencing life to its fullest, feeling more alive on a daily basis, but also embracing more of the good things. Because we learn to handle the pain better, because we know that the pain is not endless. There is only one law in the universe, which means everything always changes. This is one of the main laws of the universe, and in that we know that pain never stays, and we don't have to only feel pain. We learn that we can feel pain while we feel something good too. That we can experience both, and we don't identify with the pain so much. We don't believe that we are the pain, because we realize if I can have both, then I can be neither, or I can be neither. I'm not one or the other. I'm just capable of feeling both. And so we can feel it all once we learn to hold the duality of things. We can feel it all, and with that we can be it all, because we can allow different aspects of ourselves. So you might have a very soft and gentle side to yourself, but you might have also a really, really wild and crazy side to yourself. I know I do. And though, as long as we say we can only have one or the other, we're always going to suppress one side until we learn to hold the duality of things. And then we can be soft and gentle and crazy and wild. And sometimes one side comes out more, and sometimes another side comes out more, and sometimes they come out at once. Because it's possible, as soon as we allow ourselves to experience the duality. That's actually all I wanted to talk to you about today. I hope that made sense, because the fever does turn my brain a bit into mud. So I'm not sure how much sense I made today. But hey, I hope that made sense. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow with less fever for day 7. I love you and take care. Bye.